In your hands is a pilot draft of a new High Holy Day prayer book with gender-sensitive poetry and prose, composed in contemporary idiom with Hebrew transliterated for those who cannot read it. The art comes from our own sacred spaces. It is a work in progress. As we use it, my colleagues and I are noting necessary edits, and we will want to know your recommendations too, so that we can publish a hardbound but lighter edition to celebrate our 175th anniversary. Then we will reformat our Shabbat prayer book in the same style and add to it a daily and festival prayer book to create a 3-volume set of our own. As I acknowledged at our annual meeting last spring, change can be challenging for both those receiving it and those implementing it. Wrapped in the words of the Union Prayer Book are memories of loved ones and of our own experiences. Familiarity alone brings comfort and closeness. But I do believe it is critical to recognize that except when we gather the full congregation together on Rosh Hashanah evening and Yom Kippur afternoon, large numbers of seats sit empty in our main services, many of our members opting to attend other services, sometimes in other synagogues, with more modern liturgies. Synagogue worship must answer a breadth of spiritual yearnings. Some of us seek out a God who transcends time and space and the moral relativism of our age. There are occasions when we desire only to be alone with this God, and the sheer magnificence of our sanctuary and the power of the organ and choir allow us that. But others connect to God differently, as do many of us at distinct moments in our lives. There are times when we long for God's nearness, a more imminent experience of the divine. When broken or hurting, we ache to feel God's loving embrace in and through the company of others. Our new prayer book attempts to evoke both aspects of God's presence. Eternal God, the power of your Spirit pervades all creation. When we open our hearts to you, we are filled with your strength, the strength to bear our afflictions, the strength to refuse them victory, the strength to overcome them. And then our will is renewed to lift up the fallen, to set free the captive, to heal the sick, to bring light to all who dwell in darkness. I believe that Temple Emanu can offer a unique contribution to the synagogue world, marrying awe and intimacy, the liturgical majesty we have always treasured, with the participatory warmth many younger and unaffiliated Jews crave. And we can elevate our magnificent choral tradition within an arc of worship that includes our own voices. For our sages, to pray was to sing. By making ourselves instruments of prayer, we become powerful in bringing our personal and communal hopes and dreams to fulfillment. Rosh Hashanah is the birthday of the world. Our tradition teaches that during creation's first 6 days, God fashioned the world as humanity's dwelling place, and that on the 7th day, God rested and summoned the Israelites to build a sanctuary as God's dwelling place, to infuse their lives with an awareness of God's presence. This has always been Temple Emmanuel's purpose. Temple Emanu held its inaugural service at 5th Avenue and 65th Street, October 4th, 1929, Rosh Hashanah, 90 years ago. For those who built it, our magnificent house of worship was itself a prayer, a sacred pledge to make real in this their still new land the timeless ideals of our ancient faith. When the proposal to move the congregation from its prior beloved sanctuary on 43rd Street was first advanced, there was understandable reluctance. Temple President Louis Marshall sympathized. Still, he proclaimed, "While we honor these natural sentiments, there is a sentiment more important, the perpetuation of our sacred faith. It is for us to carry forward the Ark of the Covenant, to enlarge our horizon, to become builders as worthy sons and daughters in whom abides the Spirit of Emmanuel." And now again, this is our mission, to carry forward the Ark of the Covenant, proudly, bravely, unafraid, to become builders, to lift up a voice of honesty, integrity, and moral courage for our people and our country, to enlarge the horizons of synagogue life, and to sing a new song unto God. Amen.